There she goes, here she comes. There she goes, here she comes. There she goes, here she comes. There she goes. Tenee Stone on the radio. Tenee Stone on the radio. Tenee Stone on the radio. Tenee Stone. There she goes, here she comes. There she goes, here she comes. There she goes, here she comes. There she goes.
Hey everybody, it's Tenee Stone. Hello. So glad to be back on YouTube with my third video. I'm really excited about being on YouTube, but I want to let you know, just in case you haven't taken the time, please subscribe to my channel. I don't know what was going on, but YouTube did actually suspend my channel or something weird like that. I don't know. They were saying that Tenee Stone was not a real name. Yes, it is. Anyway, for those that don't know, Tenee is my birth name and it's my middle name. So Stone represents me and my strength. I'm strong. So, I just consider that being a stone. It's got a little ridges on it. It's got a little bit of damage to it from all of the hits that it's taken. But it's still a stone and strong. And, if you throw it right, you can kill somebody, kind of like Goliath did. That's why I call myself Tenee Stone. Just in case you didn't know that, Tenee is really my name. It's my middle name. My mom gave me that name. Thank you, Mama. So anyway, I'm covering something that I really don't want to talk about, but I got to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. I don't like to give negativity too much of my attention. It's just not how I flow. But I got to talk about it because I'm just so, I need to know whatever this dude is doing to get the hookup with either the Orange County Sheriff's Office or the police over in Orlando area. Something is just shady. I mean, George Zimmerman is who I'm talking about, of course. I'm going to look a little weird because I'm going to read something, and I've been following it ever since his last arrest. This guy's been arrested more times than I don't know how in the world he's not in jail without the bail at this point. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm passionate about it because it's ridiculous. I need somebody to do something to this dude. Do something. But anyway, it says that on Wednesday, the police department said, which was yesterday, I think yesterday was September the 11th, it said that the police department said investigators may not have enough evidence to make an arrest in connection with this bizarre altercation that happened last week. George Zimmerman, if you don't know, I don't know what rock you're sleeping under, but George Zimmerman is the one who was acquitted for the murder of the 17-year-old kid, Trayvon Martin, that he brutally killed and murdered in his own community in Sanford, Florida, which is outside of Orlando, Florida. And it was a big deal because it was very stereotyped. The guy was walking from the store with Skittles and tea and was killed because he just looked like a thug to this dude. Zimmerman, that is, felt like he looked like a thug. So he decided to go after this guy who actually had no intention to harm anyone and was not doing anything wrong. He was simply walking. And he from his story, says he got in a fight with the young kid, and the kid was a black African-American kid. And he was on the phone with 911, and 911 said, don't go anywhere. He was in a safe place. He was in his vehicle. He was in his car. He decided to go chase down somebody like top flight security without even a security clearance. And yeah, as a neighborhood watch guy, he takes it upon himself to shoot the kid in the chest. Unfortunately, he died from the gunshot wounds instantly. And lots of people saw him laying there dead. I hate to talk about that story because that's just tragic. It just hurts my heart. I have an 18-year-old. He just turned 18 last week. So I always picture that being my son coming home from the store, and you know, he dresses the way he dresses, and to be stereotyped and killed is just tragic. But anyway, this Zimmerman guy got off. He was acquitted. Some of the juries say that he got away with murder. Some of the juries say it just wasn't enough evidence. Some of the jurors said that he deserved to stand his ground, which is a law here in Florida. Stand your ground law. And he tried to say, you know, his life was in danger, so he took the kid's life. Yeah, right. The kid had Skittles and a tea, so how was he going to shoot you dead? Or, you know, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not a lawyer or anything. I'm just saying it just doesn't make any sense to me, and it never will, ever. But now this guy has gotten 2 traffic tickets, one in Texas and one in Orlando. Recent, within the last month, I believe it was 30 days apart. This guy's got 2 traffic tickets. Cops that have to pull him over, and he's speeding. Now, you know, everybody don't follow the speed limit, but that's still a disrespect for the law. This guy has no respect for the law. I mean, 911 dispatchers tell him to don't go somewhere, and he does it anyway because he doesn't care what the law does. He doesn't care what the law says. He just does what he wants to do. He's a jerk. And anyway, the police say that now they have in Lake Mary, Florida, which is like the suburbs of Orlando. So this is the same area where he committed the murder that he said wasn't a murder. It was self-defense. It was a murder. So I'm going to call it what it is. He committed the murder in Sanford. Lake Mary is like the subdivision of Orlando. So it's Orlando. And it's basically the police was told that he had an altercation with his wife. It was a domestic altercation, they call it. Let me tell you something. Unfortunately, I've had experience with these types of situations. I'm just keeping it real. And I've never heard a cop call it a domestic altercation. And in the state of Florida, somebody is supposed to go to jail if there is a domestic assault. And apparently the wife, who is Sheila Zimmerman, I'll talk about her in a minute. She has lied to the state attorney. She's lied under oath about the whole murder trial and the money that was involved and all this money he was getting online. He was getting money online. People paying for this guy's court costs and lawyer fees and security costs to cover him while he was in court. And people were giving him money, donations. I hope that you are really regretting giving your hard-earned money to this jerk. He has no respect for the law. He shouldn't have walked away scot-free. I definitely think he's a murderer in my heart of hearts, and he definitely should have walked away scot-free. I know that there was something that should have been done, but the prosecution threw the trial on purpose. I know they did. I don't care. They did. And they purposely lost the trial. I'm not even a lawyer, never been to law school, and I could have won that trial. I'm just saying. But anyway, now he is in jail. He goes to his wife, who is going to divorce him. It's already filed for divorce. That right there is a telltale sign. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. A police spokesperson told reporters on Wednesday, September the 11th, 2013, that the iPad was being used by the wife. She was recording this idiot breaking the law, actually assaulting her father, making death threats, and she's recording all this. Guess what Zimmerman does? He destroys the evidence. He takes the evidence and he tears up the iPad. He breaks the iPad into pieces. He crushes the front of it, right? And guess what the police said in Lake Mary? Well, because the iPad is destroyed, there's not enough proof to probably hold him on the charges. What? This guy destroys evidence. That's tampering with evidence. He destroyed somebody's personal property. He gets nothing for that. He's violently attacking a father of his wife, current wife. She's about to divorce him. Current wife. He gets nothing for that. Apparently, he hit the dad in the nose. Gets nothing for that. The wife, guess what? Sheila Zimmerman says, I don't want to press charges. So now I'm starting to question her. Because, first of all, you called 911 at 2 o'clock. And by 4:30, it was all over the United States that this guy did something to you and your father. Everybody in the United States knows in 2.5 hours that this guy is back in jail and a gun is involved again. And she says to the police, she don't want to press charges. Why did you call 911 if you don't want to press charges? Is this some kind of publicity stunt here? I think so. I think it's a publicity stunt. These people are out for the money. I'm telling everybody that's watching this, do not give these people any publicity, because this is all for the money. I'm telling you, this is not legit. Something's not right, and it doesn't smell right. It doesn't feel right. Everything in my senses tell me that something's not right here. Somebody's lying, and people are pulling things to get interviews, or something's going on. But I don't like it. I don't like it, because there's just no way in the world you're going to call 911, say you're so scared, and let me read this, because I'm going to look funny, because I'm reading straight from the internet. It is a website that has all type of news reports, so this is definitely crazy. But check this. A part of the Monday dispute at the Lake Mary home they used to share was captured in a 911 call from Sheila Zimmerman. Another 911 call, I'm just saying, who told dispatchers that George Zimmerman punched her father and smashed her iPod. She also said George Zimmerman was sitting in his car, you ready for this? His hand on his gun in his car, sound familiar? Saying, step closer, step closer. In other words, threatening to shoot somebody else with this gun, this trigger-happy dude, threatening to shoot even his own family. But the drama dissipated after the police came. He turned into this sweet, innocent guy who doesn't really know what's going on. George Zimmerman was detained at the scene, but he was not arrested, and he was not charged. Police later said they didn't find a gun on Zimmerman. Of course you're not going to find the gun, because he got rid of the gun. Although they did not search his car. Oh, he's sitting on the gun in his car, and the police says, oh, let's not search the car. Let's just say we didn't find it. Oh, my God. And that none of the witnesses had seen a gun. What witnesses? Obviously, on the 911 call, Sheila Zimmerman said he was sitting on the gun. Now there are no witnesses that saw the gun. There's another lie. Okay? And then it says police later said they didn't find a gun on Zimmerman, although they did not search his car, that none of these witnesses had seen the gun. They claim was contradicted by Zimmerman's own attorney. That claim was contradicted by Zimmerman's own attorney from the Martin trial. Trayvon Martin is the name of the kid that he killed. Okay? His name is Mark O'Mara. Okay? He told CNN that Zimmerman was carrying a weapon at the time of the confrontation. He confirmed that yes, he did have a gun on him, police, and you're saying you didn't find one, but you did not search for one, because it says he had a gun on him. His attorney said that. And Zimmerman has since parted ways with O'Mara. So here's O'Mara trying to give you what you need to hold this murderer. Because let me tell you something. What you do with a lawyer is confidential, but when they get a chance to say something that has nothing to do with the case that they said will be confidential, they'll start trying to say stuff. What I'm trying to say is he's trying to hint to you that this dude is crazy. And somebody needs to do something.
There she goes. Here she comes. There she goes.